on a Rise Play.
We're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Do that. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever.
I like this.
Sing like, party like. To the beat, till we freak out. Sing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, till we freak out. Sing like.
We're adding new titles every day to our awesome collection of blockbuster movies. Download the app and subscribe. This isn't just a streaming channel. This is a bold new world of entertainment. A Rise Play. Beyond streaming.
Welcome to this week, 60 minutes of analytical review of the big stories, topical issues, and all the controversies around the world. I am Ngozi Alebu. Coming up, resident doctors, federal government set for showdown as strike continues, despite threat of no work, no pay by government. Indonesia defends assault on Nigeria diplomats contrary to federal government's apology claim. And ECOWAS strategize how Nigeria and the sub-region can be self-sufficient in rice by 2025. And thanks for joining us, everyone. Now let's shift our attention to the diplomatic row which may be brewing between Nigeria and Indonesia over the assault on a Nigerian diplomat. Well, the Indonesia ambassador, Usra Harahap, defended the action when he met with Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jeffrey Onyama. Well, this is contrary to Nigeria's position that Indonesia has tendered apology on the issue. Well, Raphael Oni, editor-in-chief, Diplomat's Extra magazine, joins us now to look at these issues. Thank you so much for joining us on this week. Well, based on that intro, do you get a sense that maybe the Nigerian authorities really are not ready to, wield the big stick on Indonesia, considering the fact that Indonesia is not, Nigeria is actually Indonesia's second biggest trade partner in Africa, followed, of course, following South Africa. What do you make of all of this?
Well, thank you for having me this evening. The truth of the matter is not that Indonesia is not ready to go Nigeria, or Nigeria is not ready to list. Nigeria is claiming. The fact remains that we met with the minister and he explained that he met when this thing came up, he met with the Indonesian ambassador, who explained the role of what transpired. And at the long run, he explained that an apology was tendered from both parties. The fact remains that we as journalists, I keep asking questions. It's not about just breaking the news. Break it the way it's supposed to be. We just saw a portion of the video. What actually led to that portion? Those are the things we should talk about.
Yeah, let's even talk about that, because the Indonesian ambassador actually, defended the assault on the Nigerian diplomat, saying that, he brought it on himself. He was simply asked to present his ID card.
Yes.
And he would not.
What when you say defended, it shows as you are saying he's being justified. No, from the report, from what we had, what the minister also informed the press, he said based on the report he had from our ambassador,
yes,
he said the man was accosted, was stopped. I asked him specifically where did this happen. He's on the streets where the people were carrying out, when the Indonesian immigration were carrying out legitimate check.
Yeah, but right in front of his diplomatic residence.
No,
is that the norm?
The minister said on the streets.
On the streets.
On the
where
streets.
Now?
He just said on the streets. Now we now ask, what happened?
Yeah.
So the man did not initially present his ID card. The minister said he offered to follow them to their office.
Yes. Which
he entered the vehicle, but along the line, along the line, he said he assumed that they passed his place. They passed where they're supposed to stop the immigration. That it is at that point that he resisted. He put up a resistance. So that resistance is what we should define. How was it? Was it gentle?
Yeah.
Was it a gentle one?
Was it physical?
Was it
with
physical?
The people who,
That's the question now. To actually understand this, we need the man to be on ground, our diplomat to be on ground, and we need the other party to be on ground. Certainly, the position of the government is that if it has happened this way, we will not take it. And let's be realistic.
Yeah.
As a diplomat, you have a diplomatic immunity. Quite okay.
Yes.
But that you have diplomatic immunity does not give you the license to misbehave. Nobody has accused him.
The question then would be if the Nigerian diplomat actually misbehaved.
That's what we're saying.
Did he deserve the treatment?
Certainly. No human being deserves such treatment. Let's even keep the issue of being a diplomat. No human being deserves such treatment. It's inhuman. But the question now is that what led to that incident?
Well, I mean, we can, come up with all kinds of scenarios of what led to, this event. But let's even look at the implications of a breakup in diplomatic relations, between Nigeria and Indonesia, considering the fact that, the figures have been put in terms of the economic value of Nigeria's relationship with Indonesia, around $4 billion. What do you think are the implications, apart from the economic impact that this could have?
I love that question, but let me answer it this way. The fact remains that Nigeria said we're going to take action. Doesn't mean we're going to break up. To break up a relationship, it entails a lot of things. Nigeria and Indonesia, we enjoy a lot of diplomatic ties. We are both members of the developing eight. We are together in it. So then this issue now, we've asked a lot of questions. The fact remains that it's between individual. It's not government.
But if it's not properly handled, it could escalate to an issue between countries.
Yes. After diplomacy.
So how should this now be handled in a way that will satisfy both Nigeria and Indonesia?
Yes, in diplomacy, after consultation, there's consultation. After consultation, there's consultation. So to handle it diplomatically, we need to understand the basics. And don't forget that we are being both guided by the Vienna Convention. And the Vienna Convention gives a diplomat rights.
Yes.
So this has been violated, which is properly...
And those rights did not protect Abdurrahman Ibrahim in Jakarta. That's the fundamental issue here. In spite of the fact that, the Vienna Convention protects him, gives him immunity from this kinds of ill treatment.
Yes.
He was still exposed. He was still vulnerable.
It's a pity it happened that way. We are not there, I'm not there. But based on the report of the minister, he said Nigeria have received a thorough that we're going to follow. He's expecting, I'm sure our ambassador he should be in Nigeria now.
Yes.
He's expecting the ambassador to come and table things. It's quite different from when you hear from the horse's mouth. Then Nigeria will now know where to stand. But I don't think this has involved it's top level, that is, assuming is a top level personality that is involved. Government, when I mean top level, the minister, the top government official, to be government to government.
Okay, now, what should Nigeria be demanding from the Indonesian authorities?
It's clear.
An apology?
An
Would
apology.
an apology be enough?
An apology, yes, to set precedent. Because if you don't deserve an apology the proper way, and not it will happen again. And the minister, a question was put
what
to
would be
him.
the proper way? An apology to Nigeria and an apology to the Nigerian, the diplomatic staff?
Staff, yes. From the finding we made, there have been a kind of synergy between the two. The Jakarta, the immigration office, the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Jakarta has met with our embassy, and they made they discussed, and both parties apologized. Okay, I'm sorry the way I talked to you. The other person responded, I'm sorry the way I handled you. That is what has been on table. But now it has come to the public domain. They cannot. It's no longer. It's beyond them now.
Okay.
Even though they try to settle on their own, because the Indonesia ambassador explained to the minister that they tried to mediate. When our ambassador arrived, he mediate the whole thing, and both party apologized, and they even took handshake. But now it has gone to the public domain. It's beyond them. So apologies should also come officially.
Okay. Let's go back to what led to this, situation where an Indonesian official actually, was wounded. There are pictures showing that he was bloodied, in the face. How really, ideally, should Nigerian diplomatic officials conduct themselves in this kinds of situation, whether it's in Indonesia or wherever else?
That you are a diplomat does not stop the blood from running in your vein. The minister explained that our diplomat was being taken. He entered the vehicle with them and said, okay, I'm going with you to your office. And he assumed they passed the office, that at that point in time, he was agitated.
Yes, you did make that point.
Yes.
But I'm trying to find out exactly what the ideal situation is or should be. In a situation where a diplomat finds himself, in any country in the world, and authorities are asking, law enforcement or whoever, approach the diplomat and they're asking for his identification.
Yes.
What should be the response from the Nigerian diplomat?
He should have done, the response should be tender what they require. And assuming it was tendered, it may not have happened. Let me give you a little scenario. There was a time I was traveling within Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. I got to the airline early. I was to fly on Japan Airline. Immediately I hand over my passport to the officer. The next thing I noticed was this one, hand over my passport to the next person. They took over 45 minutes. I was standing there just because I'm a Nigerian. At the long run, he came back, said, we are sorry. The man said, I'm sorry for delaying you. I said, no, I'm in Nigeria, so I require special treatment. That's why you treated me this way. He said, what? I said, I'm special. Instead of me to feel bad, I push it back to him. But I didn't allow the thing to come on me.
To make you lose your
Yes,
cool.
it's annoying. But as a human being, you at a certain point in time.
Is it a reflection of how Nigerians are now being treated in foreign lands?
Well, I will not agree with you totally.
Okay.
That it is because I'm not a diplomat, ordinary Nigerian, but I happen to travel as a diplomatic reporter everywhere.
All over.
And when you comport yourself with my involvement, I've not experienced such a thing.
Thank you so much, Raphael Oni, editor-in-chief, Diplomat Extra Magazine. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're still watching This Week. All right, moving on, let's talk about the doctor strike when we return from this break. Stay with us.